Hello students, welcome back. In last class, I hope you people would have tried uh, creating the lip sync for the given audio. So today what I have planned is to start off with the basics and fundamentals of body mechanics. Okay. So in while animating in Maya, we came from various kind of stages. So the first stage is understanding the basic principles, the 12 principles of animation with regard to timing, spacing, your squash and stretch, your anticipation, exaggeration, and all those kind of stuffs. So the next one, what we did was we exposed ourselves to various kinds of balls with regard to weight, the physical properties like the elasticity and all those kind of things. So next one, what we did was the ball with the tail, a squirrel kind of jump, in order to understand the overlapping action and the follow throughs. Okay, for the tail. Okay. So the next one, what we learned was the ball with leg kind of walk, so that we understood about the weight transfers of the body and how a normal flow of walk happens in a human. Then we got introduced ourselves to the Andy rig. So in with the Andy rig, we saw the basics of the walk, the hands overlapping, the breaking up of joints, and all those kind of stuffs. After finishing the work, we saw about the facial expressions, the eye blinks, and also the lip sync. Okay, so now what we are trying to do here is we'll be seeing about the basics of body mechanics. So what I'll do right now, I'll open the Andy rig. So this here, okay. So I open my Andy. Okay, where's my rig? Yeah, here it is. Starts from one. I don't need 300 frames, so around 30 frames is fine. Okay. Okay. Sorry. So you people would have learned about the IK and FK kind of constraints. So this is my FK, the forward kinematics. Okay. Sorry, this is my IK. So this is my IK. So what happens here is this joint defines what kind of action is going to happen to my elbow and my shoulders. Okay, so when I move this one here, my elbow also moves forward, my shoulder also tries to move forward. Okay, same thing if I take it back, my shoulder comes back, my elbow comes back. Okay, so this is called as inverse kinematics, IK. So forward kinematics is like very simple. So it works on the principles of like how you move your hand as a human. Okay, so in order to change this one from IK to FK, you have a switch. So I click here. So IK is 1, so keep it 0, becomes FK. Same way, the next switch, just press 0. So this is my forward kinematics. Okay, so where when I click this controller, when I rotate it, my hand comes forward. So normally as a human, this is how we work. Okay, so when we want to move our hands forward, the motion comes from the shoulder to the elbow and to the wrist or to the hand. Okay, this is hierarchy which we normally follow while animating. Okay, so when you are doing your work, we would have made a walk cycle like this. Give the hand forward, bend it a bit, rotated the hands, Okay, so you have the controller for your wrist, index, pinky. Okay, thumb would be little. Okay, so this one would have been like this. Okay, so again, it's not mandatory that for a walk you need to only use FK. Okay, it's the personal preference of the animator. So there is nothing called as a very rigid written rule. So if you are keeping FK, it will be like very easier for you to finish your animation. If you're using IK, the number of keys which you need to do is like too much. Okay, so I have not posed my legs. So just trying to show you how FK IK works. Okay, my leg, this is front, this is backward. So my leg goes down slightly. Okay, my foot rolls, okay, a little, goes a little forward, and back foot has a roll. Okay, so when you're posing your character, you need to see to it that the angle with which your hands, everything is tilted, is balanced in all possible ways. Okay, so however you turn your character, you should feel like the posing is proper. So that is called as your good way of posing. Okay. Okay. So slightly tilt the head. You need to have a very decent kind of look. Okay. So the character is walking. Okay. So this is called as your posing. So when you pose your character, it's necessary that you are very clearly defining what kind of action is happening in your animation. So if it's not there, your animation would become weaker. Okay, so this is my FK, but if my FK is not right, if you think as an animator that no, I don't want to use FK, the forward kinematics, I want to use IK. So suddenly, when your file is handed over to some other animator, when you're on a holiday or leave, so what he would do is change from I have not keyed anything. Just click the controller, change it to FK, boom. All your pose is gone. Hope you can understand it. IK, change it to okay, over. So these kind of problems might happen. So again, let me check whether yeah, my pose is still there. But I have not keyed it. If I have keyed it, then this action is gone. Okay, this controller values is hidden when my IK is enabled. Okay, so this is how it works. So today what we are planning here is what are the various areas or scenarios where we can use FK and what are the various places where you need to use IK, where you can really apply IK. Okay, because it's not uh, the actual way how a human body works. Okay, so but we need IK at some places. That is the reason it's existing. So what I'll do is I'll show you a sample video. Then I think we'll proceed to your uh, how it's gonna work. I'll explain it to you. What are the real kind of problems that animators face during FK and IK, and what places where you need to use IK and where you need to use FK. Okay, so I'm going to the video first. Okay, this is a video of some animator. Again, these are some of the demo reels for animation. So if any one of you is interested to become an animator, the basics what a company would see is the ball bounce and followed by the body mechanics. The final, the best one would be your acting or performance. So we go by various stages. So you people have finished the fundamentals of ball bounce. Now you are coming to body mechanics. Okay, so first I'll play it. I'll again slowly go inside and explain it to you how these people would have done it. Okay. Okay. So that's it. So this is a small clip of something around 14 seconds where a character is facing away from the subject. So the character, you can see, breathes in and suddenly he turns, but this leg is static. See whether this leg is moving. The leg is pretty static. Okay, fine. So inhales, he turns. So first he's away from the subject, breathes out. First he turns back, he sees the object. Okay, he sees the object. Then his body has a reaction. He wants to go, after seeing it, he wants to go forward and push it. Okay, he's still, eye is in contact there. So here what you can see here is, see the weight of the character. The weight is in this leg. Okay, so this leg is totally free. So when he needs to go forward, whichever leg is free can only be taken freely in air for a normal human being. You can also stand up and see whether you can lift your feet when the whole of your body weight is on this leg. So what this animator has done is, suddenly he has cheated. Can you see? Weight is totally on this leg. This leg is free. Next frame, weight is totally on this leg and this leg is totally free. Okay, so this is how fastly you change your action or your poses. Okay, so that you get an illusion of motion, but suddenly you change elements here. It just happens in a one frame. Okay, the swap from this point to this point, which is hardly noticeable. Okay, when you play it fast, you won't understand what happens. Okay, okay, weight is in this leg. I think it takes some 3 or 4 frames. Okay, now this leg is free. Only when this leg is free, you can easily move your leg outside so that you can reach far away. Okay, the body has already leaned forward. Can you see? So the weight transfer is totally happening outside the body, so he's leaning forward. So next one is he's pushing himself towards the subject. His hand is gonna again stay back for follow through. So he has already gone forward. Next one, it's having a motion blur, so he's coming very fast. One frame, see how much action is happening. Okay, so he's going very fast. What happens here suddenly? His hand lands on this object, which is very heavy. Okay, afterwards, see the place here. His hand is planted only there. His body keeps moving, but his hand is placed only here. Okay, and you see the hand is not at all moving. So it now I go back. So see his legs here. He's trying to have all his body weight onto the object so that he is trying so hard to push this object away from the camera. Okay, but what's happening? He's sliding back. Can you see? He's sliding back. Okay, so this is a visual kind of emphasis that we are trying to give it in the minds of the audience, saying that whatever amount of weight this character tries to put on this object, or if he even tries to like push it with gives more energy with his legs also, he's not able to achieve it. So first he tried with hands, body. Now what he is trying to do, he's going back. He's sure this is for the first attempt is a failure, so he's going to try something different. Goes back. So this is the anticipation. He comes forward again, pushes with heavy force. Okay, so now you have a good silhouette, a good line of action for this body. So again, the leg slides. Okay, so it says he's it's like a moonwalk on the floor that's happening, but still it will make you feel that this character is trying to push so hard. So when your gravity is away from your body, your totally your gravity will be here. Okay, so when your leg slips, you suddenly fall. Okay, so he is exhausted. He sees the object, again lays down, totally like disappointed. Okay, so this is how you plan your action. So this becomes your first pose. So you can take a screenshot of each and every pose, or you can also as an animator, it's necessary that you ask one of your friend to hold your camera or your mobile phone, so you can go in front of your mobile phone, try acting it out. Okay, so there is nothing so so good as a reference like you acting in front of your camera, because you as an animator should be very much what to say uh, into your character. So you need to think that you are the character. So the more you act it out, the more realistic your animation would be, rather than sitting in front of your laptop or your PC and just trying to animate it. Okay, it won't be so realistic. So breathing out. So sees it, comes forward, tries to push, goes back, again pushes, but he fails. Okay. So the main kind of poses, what I would say here is standing here, turning around. Okay, next pose is this. So he's coming with so much amount of energy, hitting it hard. Okay, then coming back. Okay, again moving forward. Okay, this is the best pose. Okay, again falling, seeing, and falling, and seeing, and okay. So these are the main poses which we require in order to create this animation. Okay, so as an animator, what you need to do is first we need to create these storytelling poses in Maya. Okay, then what we need to do here is we need to set the timing for the animation in stepped mode. Once all the keyframes, or when all the kind of controllers are keyed, so we set the timing. So we play it back and forth in Maya, and we check whether the duration for each kind of pose is hitting properly. Okay, so if you want some, for example, if you think the time he hits, comes back, sees, again goes forward. So if you want this to be very faster, snappy, so you can also reduce the duration here between the keyframes. Okay, so your animation becomes more faster. So it's a very generous amount of time, possibility, and creativity that is given to the animator for creating all these kind of experimentation works. So this is how we normally work. Okay, so this is example number one. Next one is example number two. We'll see what happens here. So the number of possibilities is huge. So we'll see each individual's idea and perception, how they have created animation for body mechanics. Okay, Kata comes. He has a holder here. So he stands on top, tries to lift it up, but this one is not working. So what he does, he comes to the opposite direction. He tries to pull it, but it's still pretty heavy. Then he tries to push it. It's not working. He's tired. He thinks of something. Got a new idea. Goes back. Tries to push it. But he's able to lift it up slightly. But again, he's totally exhausted. Okay. So I think you people can go to the UQ. Uh, India, we have YouTube. I think you people have UQ. So you can go there, type in body mechanics for animation. So you'll get a lot of these kind of references. So when I came online, I found out this one simple, very the beginner kind of animation here, where we can experiment the body mechanics. So it's 14 seconds. So what, first I'll play this. Goes back, comes near, hand is here sliding. He tries to push. He comes here and he does it again. Okay. So now, today's exercise, what I thought we can do here is we'll create, we will use the anti-rig. We'll create a cube here. We will have the character. So the character will try to move this cube. Okay. Character goes back. So we'll start from here. Character will be standing here. We'll start from frame number 3. Okay. Character will be standing here. So it will place a hand on the cube. The character will try to push, but the hand will be at the same place. Okay, not turning around or the multiple. We'll only do just this 1 second from third, second 3. I think 3 to 7. Okay, 3 to 7. That's fine. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Like around 100 frames. That's fine. So for a beginner, you just need to know how your body is gonna work. Okay, so 3 second to 7 second. This is what we are gonna do, not the full entire animation. We'll see whether it's working out. So what I want you to do is see what's happening. Okay, this guy is pushing. So I'll download this and I'll share you this video clip. You don't need to worry. So I'll start Maya here. I'm not gonna do a walk cycle. Now I need to do something like this, my grid. Okay. So what I will do, if I'm doing an animation, it's always better you reference your files, because if you're importing any kind of files in Maya, there are chances you might get fatal errors if you are parenting your controllers with some other objects. So it's always better you reference your files. Okay, so maximum is 100 or 75. Okay, so I'll create a cube and I'll show you what problem you might really face. File reference here, create reference, desktop. I have my rigs, Andy rig. So I'm referencing it. So just need Andy for my reference. Then I'll work on my cube. Okay. Yeah. Andy's here. What I'll do, bring Andy top. Okay. Scale can be 0.3. Yeah. Perfect. So Andy's here. Box is here. So when you're animating in Maya, you just need go to show, just press none. You just need NURBS curve for the controllers, NURBS surface for the eyes, and you need polygons. So other than that, you don't need anything for animation. Okay, so what I will do, scale it bigger so that it feels heavier. Slightly more larger. Go to the side view, just press F, show grid. Okay. John, that's fine. Okay, so Andy's here. So what I'm gonna do right now, when I'm standing straight, okay, I'll create a new shelf. Okay, a new shelf, Andy. So first, show. I don't want polygons. I don't want surface. Okay. This is my IK. So what I'll do, I'll go to the script editor, clear all, select all controller, create a mel script. Okay. So this is fine. So next one would be, I want FK script for FK. Okay. Mel script. Okay. So I've created two controllers. So one is for IK, one is for FK. So if you can see here, it's written FK in this corner, okay, on the top corner. Okay, so this is FK, this is IK. So the reason here is when I'm having my IK enabled, I'll not be able to key my FK controllers. It will be totally visibility off. Okay, so normally when we are working in an animation shot with both FK and IK, so we create two scripts. So when it's FK, it will be like FK controller. When it's IK, it will be IK controller switch. So shelf editor. Just need to see the name. Okay, this FK. It's not coming. I don't know why name is popping up. Okay, fine. Okay, that's not a problem. So what I will do right now here is I'll enable all nub surface polygons. Okay, so when I'm starting my animation, my hand should be in FK. Okay, because this is what we are going to do humanly possible. Okay, so bring it here. I'm just gonna show you what are the problems you might encounter when you're trying to block your shots. So first I'll go to, just need 30 frames guys. Okay, so selecting FK controller. So if it's FK controller, all these controls for the hand will be selected. If I'm selecting IK, will be selected just because it's global, so all these things will be selected, but you need to be very careful. So FK all, just press S, you get a key. Yeah, that's fine. So frame number 7. Okay, so what I will do, my character tries to go forward. Okay. He leans forward, takes his leg, goes down, bends forward. So this is how you need to do normally. Okay. So first you move your hip, then place your leg, then you bend forward. So slowly with the spine, slowly with the spine. So under all circumstances, you need to see to it that all parts of your body is animated. Okay. So then comes your head. Okay, tilt it up. Move your neck a little bit up. Tilt it down. Towards the camera. Okay. So now what's happening here is I'm gonna place here it's an experimentation what I'm gonna do. So I want to place my hands in FK. We'll see how whether it's working or not. I'm gonna bend my elbow, rotate it, keep my hands here, rotate it, keep my hands the same way. This hand, gonna rotate it, bend it, rotate it up, bring it near. So let's see whether this one is working. So then your finger controls. It's placed. Nope. So slightly bring it down, get it near. So then comes your finger. So index, finger, pinky. Bring it up, bring it down. So rotate it. Okay, what about the thumb? Controller. So it's necessary that you animate all the controller. Okay, else your animation will not look realistic. All possible angles you need to work on. Okay, so penetrations. Okay, fine. Same way, what I'll do, I'll copy, paste it. Let me not waste more time. Okay. Copy, paste. Okay. That's the reason I press S a lot of times. Sometimes it doesn't get copied properly in Maya. Okay. When you're working fast, we don't want to like lose the information. Okay, fine. So if you want to give more force, what you can do is give the foot roll. So move it back, gives you more force. So if you want to show more force on your leg, move, make this foot come up. Okay, ball roll, top one. Okay. So this is how you push. So if you want to give more force, bend the body down from the spine. But the only problem here is when I being an FK, so your whole body acts from your spine. Okay. So what happens here is I have made a lot of adjustments to my elbow sorry, my shoulder, elbow, wrist, so that my hand is totally placed on the wall here or on the object properly without any kind of penetration. But a slight deviation, if I change it here, my body goes inside. Okay, what I want here is my hand should be placed only here, irrespective of whatever movement I give to my body, where I move back or come forward, whatever it is. I'll play this again, you'll understand what's happening. So this character is keeping its hand, goes back, prepares himself, keeps his hand. You can see a lot of animation happening here, but his hand is fixed here. Okay, so if this is a kind of requirement we have, FK will not work. Okay, FK will work pretty fine where your hands are totally free during a walk, a run, or if you are explaining freely with your hand telling something. Okay, so your FK will not work where you want to plant your hand onto some objects and keep leaning on it, or where you want to put your weight on your hand. Okay, so what I'll do, I'll create the same pose of this in IK. So select all, press S. So what I'll do, I'll go here, copy, go to frame number 9, just press S, just paste. Okay, same pose, copy and paste it. So here, what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna change my this one from FK to IK. Switch 2 frames. It's gonna change from FK to IK. Okay. The wrist controllers are the same, so nothing is going to change with regard to the details, but the details here in my hand, the elbow, everything will change. So what I'll do, I'll try to bring it forward, make it come front, rotate it, bring it up. So I have the pole vector, so the pole vector needs to go down. Getting it? Okay, now rotate it, move it up, rotate it, bring it back, okay, rotate it. So you need to experiment, do it slowly so that you achieve what is desired. So here, so when I click my body, see the keyframe here. I have keyframe at 1, 7. So 1 is standing straight, 7 is standing leaning forward, and 9 is changing to IK. Okay, but when I click on the IK controller, you don't see any keyframe, just because I have only started animating IK here only. So then I need to select all controller with this here, then press S, because this is the first time I'm gonna key an IK controller. Okay, else your animation would be here. So whatever thing I've done already is gone. So what I'll do, select all, just press S. Now if can you see it? It's getting updated. Now I'm getting a keyframe. Before it was not there. So these are the problems which you might encounter when you're switching between FK and IK. So bringing it near, rotating your hand, So next one is my pole vector. Try to bring it down. Okay, yes. Rotate the wrist. Take it up. Take it up. Sorry. Okay, rotate. Keep the hand on top. So this will push. Okay. Okay. So this is also push. This is also push. So select all. S. So now what I'm gonna do here is gonna check whether I've not literally tried to paste the same poses here. I just try to keep the hand at places, so which is fine. One more force, you can take it up, then go up, twining, more thrust. Okay, so that was pushing. One can be down. Little inside, go up. So it's we are having some kind of things called as twining, where we should not place your hand symmetrically at the same place. Okay, so that is called as twining. So that is the reason we are having some kind of deviation here. Even the hand, so this hand is slightly upper, this hand is slightly lower, this hand is upper, lower. So this is called as twining. Normally we normally tend not to have a twining here. So this is my clavicle. I can rotate it, bring it down so that you get the feel, sense of feel. Okay. Okay. It should be some kind of smooth flow. Okay, fine. So now, just two keyframes. We'll see which one we are going to use. So when I try to change any kind of pose, goes down. Boom, this is not going to work. But here, see what's happening. Hand is placed. When I try to move forward, backward, my hand is also moving along, which is not right. Okay, should not. Visibility, face control, smooth. Okay, I'll just see what happens. So each rig has its own kind of complicated setup. I'll explain it to you whether it's working or not. Okay, so yeah, I found out what is the problem. So now when I'm moving the character forward, backward, even if I rotate it, the same problem is happening. Even though my hand is IK, okay? So So what is the big difference between having an FK and having an IK? So no big difference. The same problem is still there. So that can be a question. So I found out what's happening. So you click your hand controller. Okay. So what's happening here is it's parented to the Andy spine shoulders. This spine controller, so this hand is parented to this one. Okay. So normally, which one I normally don't animate is my world. Okay. So my parent should be always Andy world, not Andy spine. If it's Andy spine, there is no difference between having an FK and IK using this way. Okay. So Andy world, don't worry about your hand. We'll again fix it. Andy world. Okay. Just bring it down. So when you're animating, so rotation, always keep it 0. So start from the beginning. You need to rotate it again. So all these things you need to bear in mind when you're working with IK and FK. Else you're, so most people will have problems switching between IK and FK. So just because the things you need to understand becomes more complicated. Okay, so again, rotations, see to it becomes 0, bring the hand near. Okay, rotate, E, bring it down, rotate, see whether the hand is placed. Nope. So normally creating a pose or a blocking for a shot would take you something around my god, a day to do it perfectly. Okay. So the more the time you spend, more the amount of detail you can bring it in your shot. So it's not something which you do it like you can do it very fast. It requires patience. It requires more amount of time in your planning. And also you need to know where you went wrong and how to rectify it and how to solve the issue. Okay, fine. Okay, so now I think I've again tried placing the hand. So at any given point of time, let's not panic. That's more important. Okay, body is already placed. Working with hands. So now what I need to do. So now we'll see whether my spine is working as required. So moving the spine. Can you see? Hand is planted. So what I will do, I'll go back, come forward, give more amount of push. My hand is gonna be stationed here only. So first what I'll do, select this all 9, 10, 11. Okay, what I'll do, I'll go back. Just showing you how this will do. So what I'll do, just copy, paste it at 30. Same. So now I'll try to move this up a bit, a bit up, up. Okay. So come nearer. So scroll would be more, leg would be more. Okay, we'll see how it works. And just give it a try, guys. So standing here, can you see the animation happening here? Pushing. So control would be 0, control would be 0. Okay, so we have animated from 9 to 13. So 9 can be even 0. Okay, so 13, the leg can also move, go slightly forward. Okay, so that's how you animate. So if you want to have the same location of your hand for your FK and IK, so what you do, get FK to match IK or IK to match FK. So you need to exactly place the same hand at the same position. Okay, so matching, so you can pose it in FK. So bring the IK hand to the same kind of location, then start animating. So you will not feel any jitter. But this needs to happen just in one frame. Okay. So normally it will be in frame 8. So that frame 8, frame 9. So much action should not change. So everything should be like same with the hand and everything. So if that is the case, so one frame FK and IK switch will change. Can you see? So clicking the controller. So FK, right now the controller is FK. Next frame will be IK, but the hand, the position we need to match it in the same place. So if it's matched at the same, I'll show you how to match it. So Line is changed drastically. So copy this, paste it here, then everything will be proper. Okay. So almost everything would be same between 8 and 9. Only thing is FK and IK. So I'm trying to fix it. So this is what takes you more amount of time. The cheating between FK and IK. Hand is almost done. Can you see? You can see very little amount of changes now in the hand. So but the problem is the elbow with regard to the pole vector. It needs work. Move it inside. So little, okay, fine. Okay, same way you need to adjust the other hand and then boom, you're ready to go. So that is the reason when you're animating, people they do a trick when an action is happening fast, they change between FK and IK so that you don't need to worry about it. Yeah. So can you see when the hand is coming? So in here it will be FK. Go back. Okay, see just one frame. So much amount of action is happening. So this would be the IK suddenly, just one frame. Okay, 1, 2, 3. So everything would be FK. Sorry, IK. So changing it in the middle like this will help you to get these kind of issues solved rather than placing it and then matching it. So that too in an illusion of motion, you will not have you don't need to waste more amount of time matching it. But when you're getting any kind of production rig, when you're working in the industry, so it will not be a free rig like this. So it'll be easy for us to match all those details. So here the paint weight for the mesh is not done proper. It should be done properly for both FK and IK. So here we are not having it properly done. That's the reason I'm not able to match the bend with FK and IK. So that is a problem. I have almost matched the hand. Can you see? A very little kind of adjustment needs to be done. Very little. Okay. But this place is jittering more, the pole vector, just because of this clavicle. Okay, so being a free rig, these kind of issues will be there. So what I would suggest you to do today is experiment the push with from starting from FK to IK and see whether you are able to get these poses. Okay, so we will start from frame number, sorry, third second to 7th second. That's it, just 4 seconds. We'll see whether we are able to do this. Okay, so try experimenting and have a great day, guys. Any problem, let me know. Okay, thank you.